Hello, everyone. Peace. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Beyond Wisdom Healing, and I am Ashe, the reincarnation of Master Ashe. I have two dreams to share today. One was on August 12th, 2023, and one was last night, and today is like the 29th. Today's the 29th of January, and I just woke up. So one is fall off the bone, and one is one that, when you have something good and you put it in the fridge for a while, and when you eat it again, it just slaps. Okay, so these messages are for someone that is in a new life, new beginnings, and I didn't even write the one that I just got, but I have to share it, okay? And it's my Bible. Oh God, I missed this. Okay, so let's go with my dream first from August 12th. So, the two from Lover's Leap, Mizzy and Tunki, right? Jamaican people, Caribbean people, tourists. Lover's Leap in Saint Elizabeth, right? In Jamaica. I've lived there, but I don't remember. Okay, so Lover's Leap, the story of the two that jumped over. They came to visit me that night. So it was the two from Lover's Leap, Mizzy and Tunki. They came to me in a dream. They showed me their story, right? They were two slaves that fell in love and decided that if they weren't able to live free together, they would go to a new world and be free together. So when another ship was getting ready to set sail and gather more slaves, they stowed away on this ship. From what I was shown, they were on that area where the propeller was, like the hood of the propeller, right? Something then happened and the ship washed up on an island. I was on that island with my sister, my cousins, my aunts, so I will say that this island was Jamaica, or it was a small island around Jamaica, right? So when the old black ship came to shore, everyone rushed and circled around it in amazement, right? Including me, my cousins, my sister. We noticed that there were two people on the back, but these two people had drowned, right? They were black, in black skin, and also severely sunburned, in tattered black clothes and a small backpack on each of their backs. They laid face down in the sand, holding hands, dead. So this was a sight to behold, really. So more people started gathering round in awe. When more people came, the dead bodies began to move. It was as if they were harnessing the energy or the life force from those around them, right? They stood up on their feet and began speaking to people. They were asking everyone for help. They kept going around in a circle, like an invisible circle that no one else could see, but it was like this impenetrable force, right? They could not leave this impenetrable force, right? Okay, right. But you could see that these two characters could not penetrate it. They kept saying, help me, help me. This is what you have to do. Take us into the village and blah, 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 right? I literally wrote blah, blah, blah in book. All right. I was very willing to help. I don't know. I was very willing to help. So I ran up the hill to the neighborhood I lived in, to my family house. I said to my family, they need our help. We have to help them. We have to help them. Right? And then my aunt came to me and she said, who should we help? And then I began telling her the story of these two people that just washed up on the ship and their strange behavior, right? And then I watched her expression go from one of concern to a blank and sort of scared stare, right? I then asked her, what's wrong? And what was the reason for, her change in expression, right? She said, how can we help them? They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. And she kept repeating it. Like she kept saying, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. How can we help them? They're dead. Right? Right? Until it just clicked to me that they're really dead. Right? So after that, I ran back down to the shore where it was like nothing changed, right? And I have a little illustration as well. I'll show you. I suck at illustrations of my dreams, but I'll show you. Okay, so I went back down there and everyone was still circled around the ship, and these two characters were still beckoning for help in their invisible circle. I walked up to them and the woman said, please, ma'am, will you help us? And I said, I cannot help you because you are dead. I'm talking to somebody. I'm feeling the spirit move in me. They're dead. I think you should let that sink in. They're dead. Like they're dead. Right? Right? They're dead. She immediately stopped speaking to me and slowly began stepping back with a look of horror in her face. Right? So she's stepping back. That look caught the attention of her mate, right? And I locked eyes with her and I kept repeating, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, while staring her down. And with every step backward that she took, I took a step forward. With every step backward that she took, I took a step forward and I kept repeating to her, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. You understand? Right? Right. Okay. And the more I repeated my chant, they started stooping. Right? They started stooping as if they are going to lie down again. And I repeated my chant until they laid in the same position that they washed up in. Once again, they were still and lifeless, but they were no longer holding hands. And they were being tossed around by the current of the waters that crashed upon the sand. And that's when I woke up. Right? I don't want to get too much talk too much about it because I'm gonna come bam with the other dream. But this is the illustration I got, right? I saw a crowd of people crowding around these two people, and I drew them with an extra layer of black to signify that their skin is black and also they're burned, right? So, and they're like withered, they're dead. So I drew them a little bit heavier. This one here is me, or this one is me, the one closer to them. This is my sister, and this is the neighborhood village, and this is where we lived, right? So this is like the shoreline, and they were in this invisible circle, and as more people came around them, right, they began to attention, something about energy vampires, something about energy harnessers, something about people being too freely giving of their energy to those who have no use for it, because you're alive, you're alive, you're going around, you're moving around, and then you have these people that are dead, and they're trapped, they can't come out, they're in this invisible circle, they're trapped in their circumstance, and they're beckoning for everyone that is free to help them. And you literally cannot do anything about them because they're bound. I'm getting the story of Lot's wife. Pillar of salt could be significant. Okay, so the next dream, I didn't even write it down because it's fall off the bone good. It's fresh out the oven, right? I drew this on the back of my book. That's me, that's my soul. We don't have faces, right? So, this next dream I'm in, right? It's me and a crowd of people again, signifying a family dynamic, right? There are two parts to this dream. So in this first part, I'm in this family dynamic. We're just sitting on a bench, chilling, Jamaica vibes, chilling on the corner, drinking a beer, having a good time. It was smooth sailing. I had nothing to do. I had nowhere to be. It was just smooth sailing. It's kind of like what I'm in right now. I took a couple of days off from work just to relax and recollect my energy for my next job. So, I'm sitting here, and we're all here, a long line of people. We're all here. We're watching something on the TV outside. We're watching something like, satellite TV, and we're just sitting on the corner drinking. Who's smoking, who's right. And we saw someone come up on TV, and it was an ex of mine. It was like a jester ex, like a one of those exes that, they really made no sense, and we're gonna call him T. And T was on TV, and it was like it was his own show, like he had his own TV show. But I'm telling you, he didn't realize that it was a TV show. Do you understand what I'm saying? He didn't realize that it was a TV show, and it was like a comedy, like they do wacky stuff, and then you hear the audience in the back clap and laugh, like some Disney Channel shit, right? So he's there, and people are talking to him. He's in a wig. He doesn't realize that it's a show, that people are laughing at him. Could be significant. He didn't realize that people were laughing at him, but he's just going with the flow. He didn't realize that people were watching him. People that he had no idea were watching him. Okay, as I'm speaking now, I'm receiving downloads and clarity. So the people, us, that represented us watching him on TV and sitting back and chilling and having nowhere to be, we are the spiritual team, right? We are the spiritual council. Remember that with spirit cannot intervene into your life because of free will. You have to ask them. So if you don't believe, or if you don't open up yourself or tap into larger fields of consciousness, or even expanding your mind, right? All spirit can do is watch you make an ass of yourself, trying to navigate this 3D field with your 3D mind, which you're not supposed to be doing, right? You're supposed to be using your higher mind, because the 3D mind, it's the 3D mind is not programmed to see past now. It can see behind and keep feeding you what happened. The mind. But innovations, new things, new possibilities, new beginnings, the human mind cannot see. Right? That is where you tap into your higher mind or the higher consciousness in order to travel. I am such a prophet. I put this down for a while, and it's like as I'm speaking right now, I'm just getting back into it, right? So everyone's laughing at him, and it's like we're just watching him make an ass of himself. It's like, let me tell you, they gave me one of the jokes and it didn't even make any sense. Like, I didn't even understand it. It's like, okay, it's like it was like this show, this episode, right? And he's talking to a pastor in a church, right? And the pastor is like, why don't you want to become a servant of the Lord, you know? And he's like, why don't you want me to become a servant of the Lord? And the pastor's like, what? And he's like, what? You know, something stupid. I'm telling you, something stupid. He does not understand the simplest questions, the simplest of tasks, the simplest instructions. It's going through. The other part of this dream is while we're sitting there lazying, being lazy, this casket, there's a stream down the road, and there's a casket, and there's two horses. There are two horses, white horses, drawing this casket. Right, the casket was it was like pink and white, and then there was this two white horses. So I'm realizing that I'm in Dreamscape, right? So in Dreamscape, like as the observer, I'm what I you see my when I dream, it's like I see myself sitting in a room watching the dream. So I have control over my dreams. I ask questions and stuff like that. We're multidimensional beings, right? Are we not? So I'm sitting there and I'm watching and I'm like, this is strange. Where's the funeral? Why is it just two horses dragging a casket? Where's the priest or the hearse or the crowd, or where is the people? Where are the supporters? Where are the people that love this person? There was absolutely no one. And then the two horses that were drawing the casket, they came upon the stream, and there were a bunch of stones, like big stones, and the horses tripped over the stones, and they were frantic, you know. And in their in them being frantic, the chain that was connecting the horses to the casket broke, and the casket flowed down the sea, and then it flowed down like a waterfall, and the waterfall led to like a city area. I'm okay. So spirit is saying it's like a lower dimension, 1844, a lower dimension. The spirit went down, like the casket went down a waterfall, and it just fell. It didn't break apart or anything. It just fell. It just felt like in an open area. No one cared. So the message that I'm being given to leave here is it is already done. Right? It's already done. It's already done. I don't know what else to say to you, because this person, whoever this person is, I'm getting karmics. Tales as old as time. Whoever this person is, this person and this dead. So in the first dream, it was two of them. It was this same man and a woman, and the woman was doing the talking. Do you understand? The woman was controlling. the situation. And there was death twice. Both of them are dead, right? And then in the second dream, the casket, it's double death. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a double death. In the first one, it was a man and a woman, and the woman really took control of the conversation, really took control of the situation. But there's nothing that we could have done because they were already doomed. They're already doomed. They were in an impenetrable circle. No one could get in. You understand? They were in it. They couldn't get out. No one could get in. There's nothing more that we can do. Everything else is being left up to the forces. And it's like everyone that was around them, they took their energy, their life force. And why it was so significant to me, that first dream, is because I was the only, 21, I was the only one who went back to ask for help. And there were a crowd of people. I was the only one who was sincerely trying to help. Let that sink in. So there are some people in your life that you are sincerely trying to help, and all they want to do is harness your life force. 2202, when I said that. All they want to do is harness your life force energy. Energy vampire vibes. Energy succubus vibes. You know, Jamaicans, we say crab in the barrel vibes. And in the second one, it was so fucking melodramatic. It's like I didn't want to wake up, but I knew the dream was over. And I knew I just had to. I'm recording this on January 29th, 2024 at 9:31 a.m. I won't be posting it for a couple of days while I get my new phone and everything set up. Congratulations, because this is a new life. This is a new cycle. This is new. I'm getting new energy, and those that are dead, those from the past, want to come in and disrupt that. And also, double death in a dream, in the spirit, double death, 2344. I don't want to say it, but look out for a call saying that someone has died. Double death in the dream. Two is like thank you for being here with me today. Last time you saw me, I had some long locks. A lot of things were happening at that time, and Spirit said this is a season where I open up. So I just got up one day and I just cut them off. I put them in a bag. Maybe one day I'll reattach them. Maybe I'll do them separate. Who knows? Thank you once again for being here. I will be posting more often, especially I have new things coming up. I'll be teaching some classes soon in person at I want to do it at Capstone House, but I'm awaiting confirmation, but I feel that I will be given confirmation. We'll talk more about that another time. It was lovely being here with you, sharing energies, and also getting the information out, giving this message. I know that someone needed to hear this today. They're dead. Allow yourself to grieve, Spirit says. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to mourn the connection that you had to this person or these people or this situation. Allow yourself to be human and handle it in a human way. Right? Allow yourself to feel. A very fragile time. I feel like I'm speaking to delicate flowers just like me. I feel like I'm speaking to flowers that if you touch them a little bit too hard, you know, they become translucent. You know those kind of flowers. I think it's like a hibiscus. Let me shut up. I don't know. Very delicate people I'm speaking to, like myself. Allow yourself to grieve. You know, process this loss. Thank you for being here. I don't want to go. I haven't recorded in so long, but I don't want to go. But I will be back because I will never walk away from my calling. Thank you. Have a great one.